I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everybody. Mark, the ministry dude here. How's everybody doing today? Today is Sunday. Adjust my camera a little bit here. There we go. The 22nd day of August, 2021. Boy, I'll tell you, this coronavirus is creeping right back up on us again. Everybody went out for the July 4th holiday, I think, and that's when it started. What it sounds like to me anyways. You know, people are they're not protecting themselves. Excuse me. Yep, today we're going to talk about the throne of God. You know, He's watching all over us. People say, well, you know, if there was a God, then why would he allow all this sickness and like that? Man brings on sickness and stuff himself. It's not God. Natural disasters, you know, they happen. You know, the earth goes through cycles, and, you know, people are polluting more than ever, you know, and it affects the weather, you know. They say they blame it on the automobile, but I mean, it might have something to do with it. And smog out in Los Angeles and like that. I've never been out there. I've never seen it personally, but I've seen it on TV. You know, and you get these big cities where it gets really hot, and it gets like that too. But anyways, let's start with our opening prayer today, shall we? Let me see here. Yeah, I've knocked my videos down to twice a week now, Wednesday and Sunday. It's summertime, give us a little bit more stuff to do. I think I've got other irons in the fire, so we just cut it back a little bit. All right, let's see. Today is the 22nd, so here's our reading for today. In this hour of this day, fill me, O Lord, with your mercy, that rejoicing throughout the whole day, I may take delight in your praise, through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. That was from Sarum Missal, the 16th century. All right. Let's get into our reading a little bit here. See what it has to say about the throne of God. Then we're going to read some Bible quotes. It says, worship at the throne. Today's reading. Your throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of your kingdom. Hebrews 1:8. When you think of the center of command and control for the United States of America, the White House quickly comes to mind. When you think of the focus of all authority and power in heaven, you think of the throne of God. Just as the White House is a busy hub of constant activity, there is much that takes place at the throne of God. For his throne, God lovingly rules over the affairs of the earth. He exercises his authority over all people, and he asserts his control over time, past, present, and future. God's throne is also the seat of his judgment. He discerns between good and evil, and he administers reward and punishment alike. The best thing that happens at the throne of God, however, is worship. All the saints, elders, angels, and creatures surround him, singing praises and exalting him in all his glory. Will you be there worshiping with all the others at the throne of God? Our occupation for all eternity will be to exalt and adore Jesus Christ. Knowing that, doesn't it seem worthwhile to worship the Lord now? We are called to an everlasting preoccupation with God. You know, that's one thing I will say about the world today being in turmoil like that. There's a lot of people that, you know, they have no regard for human life. They have no regard for anybody but themselves. It's all they think about themselves. You know, and I learned that if you help other people out, you'll have all the rewards you ever need in life. Me and my wife, we had several businesses in our lives. Some we worked part time, some we worked full time. And there was one thing we didn't have actually that we needed, and that was somebody to help us promote our business, because I did most of the promoting like that. And I'm telling you, it's overwhelming. And I read online and like that, and the biggest struggles that people have with a small business is getting their name out there, marketing it. And that's really what it should be all about, is helping one another. So what I did was, when I retired, I started studying marketing a little. I took marketing courses online and like that, but I started studying marketing a little bit more. And I discovered, some secrets and like that other, marketers won't. Marketers are a different group of people. They tend to keep things to themselves, but I learned some of the insider secrets and like that. And one of the main things that they talk about is, if you have a small business and you try to do all your marketing yourself, you're just going to spin your wheels. I see online here, they got these little small business groups and like that. Everybody says, "Oh, it's so easy to do your own marketing. Do this, this, and this." And yeah, right. Why a lot of them say that is because you'll try it and then you'll see it'll fail, and then you'll say, "Well, I can't do this," and they'll quit. You can do it, but you need somebody to help you with it. That's the thing. If you don't have somebody to help you that knows, that can take an outsider that can look at your business from an be objective about it. Because you're working in your business and you see things the way you see it, but somebody else, might come in and say, "Well, you should change this, this, and this." And I've had people give me, they've looked over my business and said, "You should change this, this, and this." And I made some changes, and it helped a lot. I mean, somebody from the outside looking in is a big help. You'd be surprised at what another set of eyes will do for you or your business, even for your life. Somebody's, "Well, this happened, this happened." I said, "Have you ever thought about maybe letting Jesus Christ into your heart? Or going to church?" Or some people say, "Well, I tried that, or I prayed and it didn't work." Marketing is like prayer. You have to do it religiously in order to get any results out of it. You gotta just do it, but you need help with it too. That's why God created Adam and then he created Eve, because Adam needed a companion. You need somebody. You can't just be a hermit your whole life and not, have anybody help you like that. I mean, that's what man and woman was made for, to help one another. That's why people, God made people to help one another, not just, isolate ourselves. And I mean, that's kind of the way it is now. They got it stuck. Now we're going to go back to the quarantines and stuff like that pretty soon, I guarantee you, because the high school over here now, the kids are just testing positive coronaviruses. Even some people that they're vaccinated, or some of them are dying too, but a lot of them have underlying health issues. That's another thing too. You need to start getting healthy and like that. Some of the foods and like that are on the market like that are even the healthy foods that they say are healthy are not really healthy for you. My wife and I have started I'm going to start a YouTube channel here pretty soon about, getting healthy and like that. It's called Family Kitchen and Crafts. Excuse me. I forgot there for a minute, And we're going to show people, how to make things at home. If you're at home, and you get bored, or you want to eat, some junk food like that. We've got meals. We follow a dirty keto. Dirty little keto secrets. that they don't tell you, you know. We follow that, you know, and we follow, you know, godly principles. You know, so far, you know, I've lost about 5 pounds within, you know, a couple of weeks. My wife, she won't tell me about, you know, she said she lost a few pounds, but she won't tell me exactly. You know, she said, well, I haven't stepped on the scales yet. You know, women are secretive about their weight anyways. They're self-conscious about it. Anyways, let's read a few scriptures about the throne of God, shall we? I know sometimes I get off track here. But, you know, it's all kind of ties in together, you know. All right, let's see what we got here. Does God have a literal throne? What is the throne of God? Bible quotes. Let me see here. I should have done this before I got. Here we go. What does the Bible say about God's throne? Here we go. Hebrews, let us then with confidence draw near to the throne of grace, that we may receive mercy and find grace to help in time of need. Revelation 4:22. At once I was in the Spirit, and behold, a throne stood in heaven, with one seated on the throne. Psalms 109 or 103:19. The Lord has established his throne in the heavens, and his kingdom rules over all. I mean, look at here's a longer one. Revelation 4:1-11. After this I looked, and behold, a door standing open in heaven. And the first voice which I had heard speaking to me like a trumpet said, come up here, and I will show you what must take place after this. At once I was in the Spirit, and behold, a throne stood in heaven, with one seated on the throne, and he who sat there had the appearance of jasper and carnelian, and around the throne was a rainbow that had the appearance of an emerald. Around the throne were 24 thrones, and seated on the thrones were 24 elders, clothed in white garments, with golden crowns on their heads. From the throne came flashes of lightning and rumblings of pearls and of thunder. And before the throne were burning 7 torches of fire, which are the 7 spirits of God. Boy, that was a nice long one. I love that one. That was awesome. Well, let's see. Where are we here? Yeah, I know sometimes I just kind of ramble on, but you know, we've got to keep the message going. We've got to help one another, even if it's remotely, you know. They've got Zoom calls now, you know. I mean, I know it's not the same as, you know, being there and embracing somebody. But, you know, if you're going to go out in public, wear a mask. We started wearing our masks again, you know. And we decided that we was just going to stay in from now on. You know, and only go to the store like maybe once in a while when we need something. When we went to the store, we wear our mask. We've already been vaccinated. But I just don't like to take no chances, you know. You gotta be smart about it. I know the beginning of the year we had the coronavirus, and I know pretty much where we got it from. We went to this store, I think Five Below it was, after Christmas, a couple days after Christmas. And this store was so jam-packed that you couldn't even hardly walk in there because they was having a big Christmas sale. It could have been the day after Christmas. But, you know, then like New Year's Eve or the day before New Year's Eve, I started feeling, you know, a little sluggish and like that. New Year's Day, it hit me, you know. What a way to start the new year out with the coronavirus. You know, and I nursed it for about a week, I think. But my wife, she had it bad. She developed the COVID pneumonia. And, you know, they give her antibiotics and all that. And finally, she shook it. But she don't have her taste or her smell went away. You know, it didn't affect mine at all. But, alrighty. What do you say we close up for today? Close up shop and we go about our day. Here's our closing prayer. Now the day is over, night is drawn nigh. Shadows of the evening steal across the sky. Jesus gave the weary calm and sweet repose. Why thy tender blessings made mine eyelids close. Through the long night watches, May thine angels spread their white wings above me, watching round my bed. When the morning wakens, then may I rise, pure and fresh and sinless in thy holy eyes. Amen. Sabine Baring Gould said that. Well, everybody, we're going to conclude with that today. This is Mark the Ministry Dude. Make sure you like and share our videos. You know, I know there's times where they're not really as good as they should be. But, you know, we're giving it our best effort. We're trying to get people interested in Jesus. You know, we need to study our Bibles more. What is this one saying I heard? And I always read church marquees when I drive by. One said, life is short, death is sure. Sin's the cause, Jesus is the cure. You know, because Adam and Eve sinned, we cut down on our lifespan. You know, they had, I mean, you know, you see in the Bible some of these people that lived hundreds of years. I seen the thing. We're still into the CBD oils. I still sell them on my website. And I seen this thing about, you know, why people in the Bible live so long like that, because, you know, they're trying to sell the CBD oil products. So they're saying that because of that, because, you know, that's what they use. They use hemp or, you know, marijuana and like that back in the ancient days. That's why they said Jesus even used it, but I don't know. You know, we weren't there, so we don't know. I mean, you can only go by what is written. And some of this stuff, you know, they use cannabis, I guess they called it back, or cannabinoids or something. They had a name for it in Hebrew, in the, you know, the original writings like that. But it's, you know, it was a different language written back then, and you know, and it's hard to really. I think it's pretty hard to decipher what some of the words mean. So, you know, they've got to study it, and they've got to get experts. You know, I used to be a bird, now I'm an expert. They've got to get people, you know, that can translate it. You know, and some of the words they probably don't even know what they mean themselves. But, you know, they give it a good shot anyways. They try their best to figure out what they mean. Some of the, you know, it's hard to really say, you know, what a certain word actually the translation means. Because, you know, we're talking, you know, a couple thousand years ago. I mean, I know the language has probably evolved, and, you know, like the English language, I'm sure they're slang terms now. And that's probably what they used back then, too, was slang terms. And then they've changed over the years, and, you know, now people kind of, sometimes they probably guess on some of them, you know. You know, or they'll, some of these people, they study the words and like that, and they see that this word was used here, here, and here. So, but anyways, this is Mark, the Ministry Dude. I'm signing off for today. We love you here, and we hope that you have a blessed day today. You know, and help somebody out today. Help a neighbor, help a friend. You know, if there's an elderly person that lives on your block, you know, they're struggling, maybe their house isn't in as good a shape as, go over and help them. Get some friends. Help them. You know, do whatever you can. That's what life is all about, helping people. All right, everybody, have a blessed day. We love you, and we'll see you again on Wednesday.